How's it going? Welcome back to JamesChats. Today, I'm going to show all of you what is in my camera bag. Okay, so this is my bag right here. It's a bit ridiculous and gigantic, but it's perfect for me. First, let's talk about the bag for a second. This is the Slappa mask. I believe it's pronounced Slappa. The reason it's called the mask is because it has interchangeable faces. This is the DSLR mask, and it has a compartment for another camera and a lens if you want to put those in there. So it's specifically designed for DSLR stuff. Then we got this kind of weird one. I think it's intended more for gamers who have like controllers and headsets. I don't use it at all, so I'm just gonna set that to the side. And then my favorite is the one that I use on the bag almost exclusively, and that is the Jedi Mind Tricks face. And it's my favorite partially because it's called the Jedi Mind Tricks, and you all know how big of a Star Wars fan I am, and also partially because I just like it. So I'm gonna quickly kind of demonstrate, like unzip it all the way, and boom, comes right off. Let's put the DSLR one on. And put the zipper on. That easy. Okay, let's start getting into what's in the bag. So there's a little pouch up front here. This is like a micro SD card adapter and a couple other little SD card containers, as well as an SD card reader. Then there's a sideways pouch right here that I keep my slate in. Then it's got a little pouch on the side that has like pens, and I put ibuprofen in there because I'm aging, I'm getting older, and a water bottle pouch. Now let's get into the good stuff. Up top here is where the camera goes, and it would be here, but I'm using it to film this video. So that is the Panasonic G7 with the kit lens and my newly acquired Rode Video Micro. I'm actually really stoked about this mic. It's tiny, it doesn't require any battery power, it just plugs into the camera and goes. And it was really affordable. Oh my god, it's like 1,000 degrees in here. Okay, back to what is in the bag itself. This is the lens department, this is the audio department, this is the random department, mounting department, and adapters / lens hoods department. Let's start with my favorite, the lens department. Obviously I already covered the kit lens. My other Panasonic brand lens is the 20mm f1.7 pancake lens. And this is basically my go-to lens. It's tiny, I mean, look at that. It is itty bitty, and on the front of the camera, I mean, it's nothing. Keeps the camera really light. It's a really pleasant focal length. Like it's wider, but it's not too wide. I really like it. And with the f1.7 aperture, it does super good in low light and has a nice shallow depth of field. Walking around Disneyland, this is like the lens that stays on my camera almost exclusively. One of the main reasons I decided to go with this camera is because it has a micro 4/3 sensor, which allows me to adapt like any kind of lens on the planet to the camera, including vintage lenses. So first up, I have this Canon FD 28mm f2.8 lens, and this is actually my most recent lens acquisition. Then next up, we have the king of vintage lenses. This is the Super Takumar 50mm f1.4 lens. I'll take off the adapter so you can see it. And this is actually a lens from the 60s. It's like a 50-year-old lens. And of course it is manual aperture. It just looks really good. Next up we have these fun little CCTV lenses, which is closed circuit television, aka security cameras. This is a 50mm f1.4 and this is a 35mm f1.7. Vintage lenses are cheap, but these are ridiculous. The 35 f1.7, $27 with the adapter and prime 2-day shipping from Amazon. The 50 is actually passable as a normal lens. It's actually pretty sharp all the way through. But the 35 is extremely soft around the edges, so it has a very dreamy look to it. On to the audio department. Now, I already talked about the Rode Video Micro, but my main microphone is this. This is the Rode Video Mic Pro. Big fan of Rode, love their stuff. It's actually the microphone that I used for my entire documentary, Bigger Than Me. All the audio came from this on a boom overhead. Then we got this cheap Audio-Technica ATR 3350 lavalier microphone, 20 bucks. You can't beat it. The Zoom H1 handy recorder, which is a phenomenal little device. None of my stuff requires XLR, so this definitely does the job for me for now. And then for monitoring / editing, I have these Sony MDR7506 studio headphones, which are excellent. Some extra batteries and a charger. And then this little box that I have, it's for my old 50mm lens, has just like a bunch of batteries and random little cables and adapters and stuff. And it fits really nicely in my bag, and it keeps it all in like one place. Got this tiny little LED light. You never know when you're gonna need a little extra light coming from a certain angle. We have this GorillaPod, which is just absolutely fantastic. This little clamp, you can clamp this onto some kind of a ledge, and you can mount the camera on here and put it at whatever angle. And then we have my beloved computer mouse. It's like super ergonomic. Ergonomic? Yeah, that's right, ergonomic. Ergonomic? Is it? No, it's ergonomic. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, super ergonomic. God, that just doesn't sound right. Super good shaped for my hand. It's from Logitech, and it's a Performance MX. And in here I have camera straps. In here I have USB cables. And in here I have one of my favorite tools for filmmaking, a white balance card. And that's everything in this area. Now what's actually pretty cool is this insert actually comes out and becomes an open area. And then the main reason I got this bag, the laptop compartment, because it can comfortably fit my ridiculous monstrosity of a laptop, the Asus G75, along with its ridiculously huge power brick. Look at this. How insane is this? The reason it's so big is because it's a gaming laptop, which means it is a powerful laptop, and that's why I have it. With the power brick, I believe it's like 14 pounds, and that brings the total weight of the bag to 28 pounds. So it is not a light bag. I've been using it almost every day for like 7 months, and it doesn't show any signs of wear or breaking or tearing. And it just works really well. Okay, there you have it. That is everything that is in my camera bag. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this gave you some insight into the gear that I use to make my stuff. Now that I've acquired those vintage lenses, I'm hoping to get more into some narrative type work, maybe some skits, maybe start working on another documentary. I don't know, you'll just have to make sure to subscribe and follow me on all my social medias to keep up to date with what's happening in my little corner of the internet. See that promo? Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.